This is everybody, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. What do y'all wanting to know today? Just
Right in front of the mic, sir, if you don't mind.
Anything new?
anything new?
Honestly, anything you've got.
Anything that you can tell us.
Okay.
Maybe what's going on today, that sort of thing.
Go into a little bit of
Sure.
what's occurred.
Perfect. Would be good. Would be great.
Is my hat crooked?
No, I think it looks good.
You take a half step forward, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to get the nerve.
Yes, sir, I got you.
Who am I looking at here? Straight? You? All right. All right. My name's David Myers, DAVIDMEYERS. I'm a captain with Liberty County Sheriff's Office. We're out here today. We have Texas Search and Rescue with us today with cadaver dogs. We'll be doing boat search or water rescue or water searches and land searches. Okay. The Texas Search and Rescue has 5 teams. We have multiple investigators out here. Each team has at least one investigator going with them, possibly 2. On the 11th is the last time we'd heard from Sheryl. On the 18th is when we received the call for a missing person. So from the 18th to today, to catch up to date, is we have been out here each day, Monday through Friday. On Friday, Texas EquiSearch came out, Tim Miller, and brought a boat, did sonar through the water. There was a few areas of concern to Mr. Miller. We contacted Baytown. Baytown sent their dive team out, checked those areas, which revealed nothing with what was seen on sonar. I believe it was underground stumps is what was seen. Today we'll be going door to door, property to property with the cadaver dogs, looking for anything that the cadaver dogs can hit on. Numerous hours have been spent over the last week with all the investigators, and in a search in hopes of finding Sheryl Sidall.
Do you have any leads on? Have you gotten any leads at all on where she might be?
So we have not received any outside leads. We're going based on evidence that we have from the scene, and that's why our search is primarily in this area.
What about the idea of a murder charge? I know that that was talked about before. Is that moving forward, or what is the status on that?
So the idea of a murder charge has been discussed with Liberty County District Attorney's Office, and at this point in time, we're not to the point where that charge can be filed. We do have that is in the talks with the district attorney for Liberty County, and if we get enough evidence to substantiate that charge, then yes, it will be filed. But that's at the discretion of the Liberty County District Attorney's Office.
Is there a chance that would happen before a body is located? Would that ever be the case?
It could. It could very well happen, and that's one of the talks with the district attorney's office that is taking place. The district attorney, Miss Jennifer Bergman, is out here today, along with the assistant district attorney, Michelle, and the chief investigator for the DA's office, Ivan Pierce.
So has the the person of interest that y'all detained last week, have they shared any new information about what may have happened to Sheryl?
So in the beginning on Monday, when he was questioned, he did plead the fifth and wanted an attorney present before he would answer any questions. He was very forthcoming until we got to the part where questions were being asked specifically about um, the victim. And at that point in time, he pled the fifth. It's my understanding he has been appointed a court-appointed attorney, which is it's still in the works whether that attorney is going to allow him to speak with law enforcement or not. But since the day that he pled the fifth, and we have not spoke with him.
And he's still in custody at this point.
He is still in custody on a felon in possession of a firearm charge. Yes, sir.
How is the family doing? We understand, I mean, this is a large family. They must be devastated.
Yes, the family is a very close knit family. They're all great people. They're all grieving naturally. The biggest majority of the family is on location today in hopes. I've already met with the family this morning, and they're in hopes of a resolution, and we're all hoping that we can get that today.
At this point, is there any hope that she could be found alive, or is that not even part of the equation at this point?
So our investigation leads us to where we're at today with the cadaver dogs. I mean, there's always hope, but at this point in time, we're gearing towards that Miss Sidall is deceased.
And if you could also, if you could go through a little bit of the technology with the cadaver dogs and that sonar, I mean, what exactly is happening out there on the lake?
So on the lake, the Texas Search and Rescue has sonar equipment that they are redoing the lake with the sonar. I believe two that they have trained for cadavers that may be underwater, and so those dogs will be in the water again today, as well as those dogs do land and water. So the water portion of it will be the sonar and the dogs that are trained in that area, and they'll focus on the water in points where they're going land to land, and so that's pretty much the gist of what they're doing today in the water. Understand that the water has been searched Monday evening for about 5 hours with Texas Parks and Wildlife, the game warden. It was searched again on Tuesday for approximately 8 to 9 hours with the sonar, as well as Texas EquiSearch or Texas Search and Rescue. And it was searched again on Friday with Tim Miller and EquiSearch with a sonar. So each time, obviously, has revealed nothing, but we're not giving up hope. We're going to continue until we get clarification, satisfaction, I guess you'd say, that we've searched anywhere and everywhere in this general area that we can for her. We'll be continuing the search.
Given those indications and all that effort that you put into searching the water, is that pretty confident at this point that's where she is, or could she be anywhere?
Well, obviously she could be anywhere. Due to some of the evidence that we have obtained, we have narrowed some of the search to certain areas, water being one of them. Obviously, land touching the water being another. So, it's hard to say as far as to give you a definitive answer in reference to that. because yes, sir, she could be anywhere. So.
Did family ever give you an indication on the relationship between her and Mr. Hassler?
Yes, sir. So originally, I think at the beginning of the week, I was under the understanding that the victim, Sheryl and Mr. Hassler, had known each other for approximately 2 to 2.5 years, just became friends, hit it off. According to the family, again, which is a close knit family, that was incorrect. Uh, they do not know how long they've known her, and based on the multiple incorrect information that Mr. Hassler has given us, we're actually unsure of how long their relationship was. We do not believe it was 2.5 years, though.
We're actually live on ABC 13 right now, so if you could just give us an update on exactly what's going on right now with the search.
Okay, right now with the search, we have Texas Search and Rescue with cadaver dogs that are searching the land and the water. The cadaver dogs are trained in water and land searches of cadavers. They will be in the boat and on land throughout the day. There's a total of 5 teams with Texas Search and Rescue with the dogs, and there's multiple properties that butt up to the water. So we have a command staff that's set up right up the road at the victim's house. We have somebody in there. They're communicating back and forth with radio as far as what land, what property numbers have been searched. And while they're going from one piece of property to the next, they are looking or they are looking in the water as well with the sonar and the dogs. So it's going to be an all-day effort, and in hopes that we do come to a resolution for the family. The family is really hoping that something happens today that they can get some closure. And they're up the road. They're diligently waiting. They're patiently waiting, I should say, and expecting what to expect. They are expecting her not to be alive, but again, they just need a lot of prayers. I can tell you they're holding up amongst themselves, but they do need a lot of prayers.
This is a difficult thing for y'all to be investigating also. How big of a priority is this right now?
So Liberty County Sheriff's Office has 13 investigators. Since Monday, all 13 investigators have been diligently working out here on the scene and behind closed doors, doing search warrants, making phone calls, checking CAD system to see who the property owners are, getting paperwork in order to where if she is located in a certain area out here, we have a search warrant ready to go for a judge. We have a judge on standby today. The district attorney, Jennifer Bergman, she's here along with some of her staff, and the assistant DA, Michelle. And so we have a good handle on everything. Texas Search and Rescue is doing an amazing job. Their dogs have GPS on them, which will give us coordinates of everything that's been searched, so we're not going back and researching something that's already been searched, per se. This is our 4th day that they will be searching the water, and the first real day on land searches with the cadaver dogs.
Thank you so much.
Anything else you want to add, or you feel is important to add?
Anybody that lives in the Horseshoe Lake Estates area, they will see a lot of presence with law enforcement. Most all of our vehicles out here are unmarked, but we are blocking the road in front of the victim's house for the privacy of the family and for the privacy of the dog handlers. We have their equipments down there so we can watch it. But if anybody in the area has seen anything suspicious, anybody on the water suspiciously, whether it be at night, during the day, in a certain area, if they've not been contacted by our investigators already, if they would give us a call, call the sheriff's office at numbers 936-336-4500. They can ask to speak directly to me. Dispatch will put them through to me being out here. I'll be out here all day. And we'll make sure that we get over and speak with them about anything that they may have seen. So we good?
Yep.
All right. So what I'll do is I know that y'all have certain live times, certain down times, up times, and all of that good stuff. Most all of y'all have my cell phone number. I'm gonna be down here. The CID, one of our secretary. She's also one of our crime scene technicians. She's a sex offender registry. She wears about 15 of these, okay? Whereas I wear one. And anyway, so we're keeping up with where everybody's going. If y'all will allow me to say that if anything comes up, I will come back to this point right here. And in the event that y'all want to come up that way with your cameras, I don't have a problem. The road is blocked off down there. The only question, or the only thing that I ask is nobody approach the family who is sitting under a tent on the left side. But if you go up to the light pole right before the property is on the right. I don't know who's been up there. You're welcome to go up to that point, do a little quick video, whatever, but not set up